You guys know how scary Bullseye is, right? The main one. There's a Lady Bullseye. Oh man, somebody that be sometimes plotting with Kingpin. Let's get into it. Based on her lore, Lady Bullseye was a girl. She was sold by the Ninja Hen cult to the Yakuza crime syndicate, which intended to sell her and several other girls into nasty kind of slavery. And it was because of the assassin, the main one, Bullseye, raided the Tokyo warehouse where the girls were being held, killing almost every Yakuza member present, although his assignment presumably had no bearing on the captives. Like, Bullseye's goal wasn't to save the captives, it was just like a collateral damage of him fighting, and it kind of let the girl loose. She was mesmerized by his actions, aka she was inspired by his actions. That was kind of like the beginning of the end. She started training and stuff, trained by this being. She looked at Bullseye like a role model. That's why she took the name Lady Bullseye. You're going to see more examples of it, but this is like a small example of her martial arts ability, fighting skills. She's one of those characters that wields a blade, knows how to wield all weapon kind of blades or even guns. Look at all these acrobatics she can do. Yeah, she's very agile. She went on many adventures, including like infiltrating the Hen to kind of destroy them from the inside, blah, blah, blah. I say this a lot in my videos. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, she doesn't technically have superpowers, but she does superhuman stuff. She doesn't need superpowers. Marvel is a world to where you can kind of train your way to being a superhuman, basically. So don't take this as Bible of her not being superhuman. They're only saying she's not superhuman because she doesn't have powers, but she still does superhuman stuff, if that makes sense, right? She's one of the rare people that can fool Daredevil's senses. She's one of those characters that don't have that many showings, but yes, she's decently strong, like a lot of other characters. Who the heck do you know can twist a man's neck with one arm? You're like, what the heck? Not to mention there's implications she can lift up men like bigger than her that weigh more than her off the ground. Narratively speaking, Daredevil himself implied that she's just as strong as the main Bullseye, or just as good, they say. This could give you more implications of her strength, even though we don't have many showings of it. This is the kind of superhuman stuff that the normal Bullseye can do to a motorcycle, like stop it with one arm. Like, look how he lifts people up in the air. There's implications she can do stuff like this too, being just as strong or as good as the main Bullseye. Whether we're talking about her holding a weapon or just hands, she can hit hard. Based on all this stuff, you're probably thinking, oh, she's not that strong. Being able to pierce somebody using a weapon shouldn't prove that she's strong. Well, I would agree, but when you can bluntly hit vampire tears and do this kind of damage to them, I would think you can hit with superhuman force, or dang near some levels of superhuman force. And don't you dare give her actual blade. It shows off her striking power even more. It makes it easier to cut fishermen's heads off, like superhuman beings. Yeah, no head for him. So I think it's easy to assume she can punch down brick walls, but you can't be labeled Bullseye without having insane throwing power. Like, being able to throw stuff with such superhuman force, it doesn't make sense. Even stuff that shouldn't even be that lethal, and she can make it pierce you. Like, I'm talking about throwing hair sticks into people's arms. Don't even let her get no scalpels. Yeah, this is what she'll do to a whole bunch of nurses with the scalpels. I would argue one of the most flashy things, other than her throwing a lot of stuff, just like a lot of other Marvel characters, their fighting speed is just absolutely absurd, Lady Bullseye included. I mean, honestly, she does stuff so fast that normal humans in real life, if we had to compete against that kind of stuff, we wouldn't be able to react, because she does it before you even have time to even block or dodge. Not only can she box it out with super soldier tears like Daredevil, but she can compete with him in fighting speed. Daredevil has some of the most impressive fighting speed feats ever in Marvel for super soldier tears. Not to mention when Daredevil himself says she's too fast, Daredevil is somebody that can react in 1/1,000,000th of a second, microsecond type stuff. When Daredevil says you're fast, this is what he's saying about you. You have to be in this range of speed too to be considered fast in combat speed. Being considered fast by Daredevil would kind of mean she can react in similar stuff. She can throw her fist as fast, can react in 1/1,000,000th of a second type fast. Guys, don't forget Daredevil is the same guy that is constantly reacting and swatting bullets out of the air mid-flight consistently. So when Daredevil considers you a fast combatant, that basically proves you're leagues upon leagues faster than just superhuman. I'm talking about Daredevil is the same guy that can react to Spider-Man tier villains, beings that can shoot actual literal lightning at you. Like, look at this mess. Daredevil's considering her fast, but Daredevil's the same guy that can react to lightning. I mean, Daredevil himself mentions that she moves like lightning. Daredevil is also the same guy that can detect billionth of a second pauses, guys. You can almost look at it like, okay, that's why these characters get hit so hard. It's because they're freaking combat speed. They can throw their limbs this quick and stuff at each other. No wonder they can hit this hard. And they have to compete against being similarly as fast as each other, with their eyesight being able to perceive their hits for each other. They highlight how fast she is in different comic issues, cutting through this gun. And it's the same concept with Elektra. Elektra did win against her, but she was able to compete with her in combat speed pretty well. This is who Lady Bullseye had to box it out with. There's even times where she called Elektra too slow. Matter of fact, in the lore, it's even said compared to the main Bullseye that Lady Bullseye is faster than the main Bullseye and Kingpin. Bullseye's somebody that can also react to bullets and stuff, and he calls normal people slow motion when it comes to his fighting speed. There's even moments where the main Bullseye is too fast for Elektra. So saying Lady Bullseye is faster than the normal Bullseye is crazy. She can literally jump in a crowd of people and just beat them all up. She herself can dodge bullets from point blank, so it's constant. When it comes to super soldiers, she's strong enough to hang her ground against them, like even against characters like Black Panther. She's fast and strong enough to compete with super soldiers like Black Widow. Look at these panels of her boxing it out with Black Widow, competing in combat speed with super soldier tiers over and over again. When we're talking about durability, it's nothing crazy, but yeah, she can take an explosive arrow right to the face. Survived this mess. You could say for a time Lady Bullseye got a temporary power up. An upgrade that she got from the guild geeks made her intangible. Or she can get liquidy like a Logia. She won't be solid during some attacks. Like if she wasn't already super deadly enough. Like imagine trying to punch smoke. Yeah, but this is not something she keeps though. She doesn't need a temporary power-up to be a beast, though. Like, I'm not saying she's as strong as vampire tiers, like the higher-end vampire tiers, but it's insane that this character literally has the strength and speed of a vampire. Vampires we've literally seen in the past, the higher-end ones, like Morbius, can knock out Spider-Man level beings. Like, I'm not saying Lady Bullseye Spider-Man level or nothing, but it's the fact that she's literally boxing out with a vampire tier. This is what the higher-end vampire tiers can do. That's insane, right? She's a concrete super soldier tier in Marvel, but what do you guys think? Do me a favor and like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and thanks for the donations, everybody. It really helps out a lot. Respect Lady Bullseye. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.